Crash landing. The vast expanse of uncharted space stretched before Commander Sarah Chen as she piloted the Starship Horizon through a shimmering nebula. Vibrant clouds of cosmic dust danced across her view screen, masking the dangers that lurked within. Sarah's mission was simple on paper: explore this unmapped sector and report back to Earth. But out here, parsecs from home, nothing was ever simple. A sudden alarm blared through the cockpit, jolting Sarah from her reverie. "Warning. Gravitational anomaly detected," the ship's AI announced, its tone unnervingly calm given the circumstances. Sarah's fingers flew across the control panel, desperately trying to plot a course away from the invisible threat. But it was too late. The horizon shuddered violently as an unseen force took hold, pulling the ship inexorably towards its center. "Computer, initiate emergency protocols," Sarah shouted, gripping the edges of her seat as the ship plummeted towards an unknown planet below. The vessel's hull groaned under the strain, heat shields flaring as they hit the atmosphere at a dangerous angle. In those final moments before impact, time seemed to slow. Sarah's life flashed before her eyes, her childhood gazing at the stars from a rooftop in Shanghai, years of rigorous training at the Space Academy, tearful goodbyes to her family as she embarked on this solo mission. Now it all seemed for naught as the ground rushed up to meet her. The crash was deafening. Metal twisted and shattered as the horizon plowed into the alien landscape. When the dust settled, Sarah found herself miraculously alive, though battered and bruised. The ship lay in ruins around her, smoke billowing from its shattered hull. Coughing and disoriented, Sarah stumbled from the wreckage. Her environment suit automatically sealed to protect her from the alien atmosphere. She gazed upon a world that defied description, the sky a swirling maelstrom of purples and greens, twin suns casting an eerie glow over a landscape of crystalline structures that seemed to pulse with inner light. "Computer," Sarah croaked, her throat dry from the acrid smoke, "run atmospheric analysis." After a moment, her suit's VI responded. Atmosphere composed primarily of nitrogen and oxygen, with trace elements unknown to Earth chemistry. Breathable, but prolonged exposure not recommended without further study. Sarah sighed in relief. At least she wouldn't suffocate immediately. She turned back to survey the damage to her ship, her heart sinking. The horizon was beyond repair, its quantum drive completely destroyed in the crash. "Mayday, Mayday," Sarah broadcast on all frequencies. "This is Commander Sarah Chen of the Earth vessel Starship Horizon. I've crash-landed on an uncharted planet, coordinates unknown. Request immediate assistance." Only static answered her call. As the adrenaline of the crash faded, the reality of Sarah's situation began to sink in. She was stranded on an alien world, light years from any human outpost, with no way to contact Earth. Her supplies would last a few months at best, and she had no idea what dangers this strange planet might hold. But Sarah Chen hadn't come this far to give up now. She was an explorer, a survivor, and now she would need to be both. With renewed determination, Sarah began to salvage what she could from the wreckage. She assembled a makeshift shelter using pieces of the ship's hull and set up a perimeter of sensors to warn her of any approaching life forms. As she worked, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. As night fell, the crystalline structures around her began to glow more intensely, bathing the crash site in an otherworldly light. Strange, melodic sounds echoed in the distance, unlike any animal calls Sarah had ever heard. She huddled in her shelter, her mind racing with possibilities. What secrets did this alien world hold? Were there intelligent life forms here? And if so, would they be friend or foe? Sarah's first night on the planet was restless, filled with bizarre dreams of shimmering beings that danced at the edge of her vision. When she awoke, she was startled to find intricate patterns etched into the crystal formations surrounding her camp, patterns that hadn't been there the night before. Pushing aside her fear, Sarah let her scientific curiosity take over. She began to document everything she saw, taking samples of the crystalline structures and the strange bioluminescent plants that dotted the landscape. Her suit's sensors recorded data on the planet's unique electromagnetic fields and the complex chemical composition of its atmosphere. As the days passed, Sarah ventured further from the crash site, mapping the surrounding area and searching for any signs of civilization. She discovered ruins of what appeared to be ancient structures, that architecture unlike anything in human history. The walls were covered in symbols that seemed to shift and change when she wasn't looking directly at them. One evening, as Sarah was examining a particularly intricate set of ruins, she heard a sound that made her blood run cold, the unmistakable hum of advanced technology. She spun around, her heart pounding, to find herself face to face with a sight that would change everything. Hovering silently above the ground was a being of pure energy, its form constantly shifting and pulsing with colors Sarah's mind could barely comprehend. It regarded her with what she could only describe as curiosity, and then, to her astonishment, it spoke. "Welcome, Sarah Chen of Earth," the being said, its voice resonating directly in Sarah's mind. "We have been expecting you." Sarah's scientific training warred with her sense of wonder and fear. She had dreamed of first contact her entire life, but nothing could have prepared her for this moment. What are you?" Sarah managed to ask, her voice barely above a whisper. The being's form shimmered, and Sarah had the distinct impression it was unused. "We are the architects," it replied. "We have watched your kind for millennia, waiting for the day when humans would reach beyond their cradle and join us among the stars." Sarah's mind reeled with questions, but before she could voice them, the being's form expanded, enveloping her in a cocoon of pulsing energy. Suddenly, her mind was flooded with visions of possible futures, humanity spreading across the galaxy, achieving heights of technological and spiritual evolution beyond imagination. But she also saw darker paths: war, destruction, and the potential annihilation of Earth itself. "The choice lies before you," the architect continued. "Will you accept the knowledge we offer and guide your species towards a greater destiny? Or will you turn away, leaving humanity to face the universe alone?" Sarah's heart raced as she considered the magnitude of this decision. Everything she had ever known, everything she had believed about the nature of reality, was being challenged. But isn't this why she had become an explorer in the first place? To push the boundaries of human knowledge and understanding. With a deep breath, Sarah made her choice. "I accept," she said, her voice steady despite her inner turmoil. "Show me what I need to know." The architect's energy pulsed with approval. "Then let your true journey begin, Sarah Chen. The fate of worlds now rests in your hands." In that moment, as alien knowledge began to flow into her mind, Sarah realized that her crash landing on this strange planet wasn't an end. It was just the beginning of an adventure beyond her wildest dreams. The crystalline structures around them began to resonate, their light growing more intense. Sarah felt herself being lifted off the ground, her body tingling with an energy she couldn't comprehend. The last thing she saw before losing consciousness was the twin suns of this alien world, their light seeming to merge into a single blinding point of illumination. When Sarah awoke, she would find herself changed, her mind bursting with knowledge of advanced physics and the underlying fabric of the universe itself. But more than that, she felt a connection to this alien world, to all worlds that she had never experienced before. As she stood, marveling at her newfound awareness, Sarah knew that her mission had evolved into something far greater than she could have ever imagined. She was no longer just an explorer or a scientist. She was now a bridge between humanity and the vast, unknown wonders of the cosmos. With renewed purpose, Sarah set out to uncover the secrets of this world and prepare for the day when she would return to Earth, carrying with her the key to humanity's future among the stars. Little did Sarah know, her greatest challenges, and her true test as a representative of humanity, were yet to come. The architects had chosen her, but other forces were at play in the cosmic game. Forces that might not look as kindly upon humanity's ascension. The quantum nexus. Commander Sarah Chen's eyes snapped open, her mind ablaze with cosmic knowledge. The alien landscape around her had transformed, or perhaps it was her perception that had changed. Crystalline structures now pulsed in sync with her thoughts, responding to her newfound connection to the planet. Quantum entanglement on a planetary scale, Sarah muttered, marveling at the intricate web of energy that permeated everything around her. Incredible. As she crested a hill, Sarah's breath caught in her throat. Before her stretched a vast metropolis, its spires reaching impossibly high into the swirling atmosphere. But unlike the ruins she had encountered earlier, this city teemed with life. Or so it seemed at first glance. Sarah's enhanced senses quickly revealed the truth. The city was a holographic projection, a three-dimensional echo of a civilization long extinct. As she walked through the ghostly streets, fragments of conversation and flashes of alien life played out around her like scenes from a cosmic film reel. "Computer," Sarah said, activating her suit's AI, "begin recording everything. This is unprecedented." As she delved deeper into the Phantom City, Sarah began to piece together the history of this world. The beings that had once inhabited it, the Zorax, had achieved technological marvels beyond human comprehension. But their advancement had come at a terrible cost. In their quest for immortality, the Zorax had tapped into the fundamental forces of the universe, bending reality to their will. But they had gone too far, unleashing a catastrophe that had unraveled the very fabric of their existence. Sarah's heart raced as she realized the implications. The architects hadn't just chosen her randomly. They had brought her to a cosmic cautionary tale, a glimpse of a possible future for humanity if they followed a similar path. As night fell, the holographic city flickered and changed, showing the final days of the Zorax civilization. Sarah watched in horror as the once mighty beings succumbed to a plague of their own creation, their bodies dissolving into pure energy. "By Einstein's ghost," Sarah whispered, her voice trembling. "They became the very forces they sought to control." Suddenly, a piercing alarm cut through the air, causing Sarah to stumble. The holographic projections flickered wildly, and for a moment, Sarah saw the city as it truly was, a desolate wasteland of twisted metal and shattered crystal. "Warning. Temporal anomaly detected," her suit's AI announced. "Recommend immediate evacuation." Sarah's instincts screamed at her to run, but her scientific curiosity won out. She pressed forward, following the source of the disturbance. As she approached the city's central plaza, the air itself seemed to ripple and tear. A blinding flash of light erupted before her, and when Sarah's vision cleared, she found herself face to face with a being that defied description. It was as if someone had taken a snapshot of the cosmos itself and folded it into humanoid form. "Greetings, Sarah Chen," the being said, its voice resonating on multiple frequencies simultaneously. "I am Zara, last of the Zorax, keeper of the Chronon Nexus." Sarah's mind reeled. "But how? Your people? They're extinct." Zara smiled, a note of sadness in her multi-tonal voice. "Yes, and no. We exist outside of linear time now, scattered across the quantum foam of reality." As Sarah struggled to process this information, Zara's form shifted, taking on a more humanoid appearance. She now resembled a tall, ethereal woman with skin that shimmered like starlight and eyes that held the depth of galaxies. "The architects have chosen well," Zara said, circling Sarah with graceful, floating steps. "You bear the burden of knowledge, yet your spirit remains unbroken. But tell me, Sarah Chen, are you prepared for what comes next?" Before Sarah could respond, Zara placed a hand on her forehead. Instantly, Sarah's consciousness expanded, catapulting across time and space. She saw the birth and death of stars, the rise and fall of countless civilizations, the intricate dance of subatomic particles that underpinned all of existence. When the vision faded, Sarah fell to her knees, gasping. What was that?" Zara knelt beside her, her expression a mixture of compassion and urgency. "A glimpse of the cosmic tapestry, the interconnected web of all realities. Your species stands at a crossroads, Sarah. The choices you make will ripple across the multiverse. As Sarah struggled to her feet, the ground beneath them began to tremble. The holographic city flickered violently, images of past, present, and possible futures blending together in a dizzying kaleidoscope. The Chronon Nexus is destabilizing, Zara said, her voice tight with concern. We don't have much time. You must make a choice, Sarah Chen. Will you accept the mantle of Cosmic Guardian and help guide humanity towards its true potential? Or will you turn away, leaving your species vulnerable to the same fate that befell mine? Sarah's mind raced. The weight of this decision was almost unbearable. How could she, a single human being, shoulder such responsibility? But as she looked into Zara's eyes, seeing the echoes of her lost civilization, Sarah knew there was only one choice she could make. I accept, Sarah said, her voice steady despite the chaos around them. Show me what I need to do. Zara smiled, her form beginning to glow with an intense, otherworldly light. Then let us begin your true awakening, Sarah Chen. The fate of realities hangs in the balance. As Zara reached out to her, time seemed to slow. Sarah saw fragments of possible futures, humanity ascending to join the cosmic community, Earth reduced to ash by forces beyond comprehension, and countless variations in between. She realized that her journey had only just begun, and the true test of her newfound knowledge and power lay ahead. The Chronon Nexus pulsed one final time, and in a blinding flash of light, Sarah and Zara vanished from the phantom city. They reappeared atop a mountain overlooking a vast alien ocean, its waters shimmering with bioluminescent life. Welcome to the Nexus Point, Zara said, gesturing to the breathtaking vista before them. This is where past, present, and future converge. From here, we can influence the course of cosmic events. Sarah's mind buzzed with questions, but before she could voice them, a massive shape emerged from the depths of the alien sea. It was a creature of impossible proportions, its body a swirling mass of tentacles and crystalline structures that seemed to exist in multiple dimensions simultaneously. Behold the quantum leviathan, Zara explained, her voice filled with reverence. A being that exists across all timelines, all realities. It is both guardian and destroyer, maintaining the delicate balance of the multiverse. As Sarah watched in awe, the quantum leviathan turned its gaze upon them. In that moment, she felt the weight of eons press down upon her consciousness. She saw glimpses of cosmic wars fought on scales beyond human comprehension, of entire galaxies used as chess pieces in a game whose rules she could barely fathom. The Leviathan has sensed your presence, Zara said, placing a comforting hand on Sarah's shoulder. It recognizes you as a nexus of potential, a fulcrum upon which the fate of many worlds may turn. Sarah swallowed hard, her mouth dry. What does it want from me? Zara's expression turned grave. To test you, Sarah Chen, to see if you are truly worthy of the power and knowledge you have been given. Are you ready to face the trials of the Cosmic Guardian? As the quantum leviathan's massive form began to shift and change, Sarah steeled herself for what was to come. She had crossed the boundaries of known space, survived a crash on an alien world, and been given knowledge beyond human understanding. Whatever trials lay ahead, she would face them with the same determination and ingenuity that had brought humanity to the stars. I'm ready, Sarah said, her voice ringing with resolve. For Earth, for the countless worlds I've glimpsed, for the very fabric of reality itself, I accept this responsibility. The quantum leviathan's form began to pulse with blinding light. Then rise, Sarah Chen, cosmic guardian of the multiversal nexus. Your true work begins now. As the light engulfed her, Sarah felt her consciousness expanding beyond the boundaries of singular existence. She was everywhere and everywhen, a cosmic force for balance and growth across the infinite expanse of reality. Her journey had only just begun, and the wonders and challenges that lay ahead were beyond imagination. But armed with the wisdom of the architects, the guidance of Zara, and the power of the quantum leviathan, Sarah Chen stood ready to face whatever the cosmos might throw her way. The stars themselves seemed to pulse in anticipation as a new chapter in the history of the multiverse began to unfold, and at its center stood a woman from Earth, no longer just an explorer, but a guardian of all existence, the cosmic crucible. As Sarah Chen's consciousness expanded across the multiverse, she found herself adrift in a sea of infinite possibilities. Time and space became fluid concepts, mere playthings in the grand cosmic orchestra she now conducted. Yet even as she reveled in her newfound power, a nagging sensation tugged at the edges of her awareness. "Something's wrong," Sarah murmured, her voice reverberating across dimensions. "The fabric of reality, it's fraying." Zara materialized beside her, her form shimmering with quantum uncertainty. "You sense it too, then. The cosmic tapestry is unraveling faster than we anticipated." Before Sarah could respond, a piercing shriek tore through the ethereal plane, causing ripples of distortion across countless realities. In the distance, a massive tear appeared in the fabric of spacetime, its edges crackling with chaotic energy. "Chronivores," Zara hissed, her eyes wide with fear. "Ancient beings that feed on time itself. They're breaking through the dimensional barriers." Sarah watched in horror as grotesque creatures began to pour through the rift. They defied description, their forms constantly shifting between states of matter and energy. With each passing moment, they devoured fragments of reality, leaving nothing but void in their wake. "We must act quickly," the voice of the quantum leviathan boomed across the cosmos. "Sarah Chen, it is time to put your training to the ultimate test. The fate of all existence hangs in the balance." Drawing upon the cosmic knowledge bestowed upon her, Sarah reached out with her mind, weaving quantum threads into a protective barrier around the most vulnerable regions of the multiverse. But the chronivores were relentless, their hunger insatiable. "It's not enough," Sarah grunted, feeling the strain of maintaining the barrier. "We need something more powerful, something they can't devour." Suddenly, a memory flickered in the depths of Sarah's expanded consciousness. The phantom city of the Zorax, the civilization that had transcended linear time. An idea began to form, wild and desperate, but potentially universe-saving. "Zara," Sarah called out, her voice urgent. "The chronon nexus of your people. Could it be used to create a temporal loop, trapping the chronivores in an endless cycle?" Zara's eyes widened as she grasped the implications of Sarah's plan. "It's possible, but the energy required would be astronomical. We'd need to harness the power of entire galaxies." "Then that's exactly what we'll do," Sarah declared, her determination echoing across the cosmos. With a thought, Sarah traversed vast cosmic distances, appearing before advanced civilizations across the multiverse. She spoke to them not with words, but with pure concepts, conveying the dire threat and the desperate plan to save all of existence. Miraculously, they listened. Vast fleets of starships and cosmic-scale engineering projects sprang into action. Dyson spheres channeled the energy of countless suns, while quantum relays prepared to transmit that power across dimensional boundaries. As the preparations neared completion, the chronivores sensed the gathering energy. They redoubled their efforts, tearing through reality with renewed ferocity. Entire universes winked out of existence in their wake. "Now, Sarah," Zara cried, her form beginning to destabilize under the temporal strain. "We can't wait any longer." Sarah took a deep breath, centering herself in the eye of the cosmic storm. With a gesture that transcended physical movement, she activated the vast network of energy collectors and quantum relays. The power of a billion stars surged through her, threatening to tear her consciousness apart. But Sarah held firm, channeling that impossible energy into the heart of the chronon nexus. Space and time began to warp and twist, forming an intricate multi-dimensional cage around the ravening chronivores. As they found themselves trapped in an endlessly repeating loop of time, they devoured fragments of reality, only to have those same fragments reappear, pristine and untouched, moments later. As the temporal prison stabilized, Sarah felt the strain on her expanded consciousness begin to ease. The torn fragments of the cosmic tapestry slowly began to mend, reality reasserting itself in the wake of the chronivore invasion. But the victory came at a cost. As Sarah's awareness returned to a more focused state, she realized that the massive expenditure of energy had fundamentally altered the structure of the multiverse. Entire timelines had been erased or rewritten, and the boundaries between dimensions had become more permeable than ever before. "What have we done?" Sarah whispered, her voice heavy with the weight of cosmic responsibility. The quantum leviathan's presence enveloped her, its multi-dimensional form pulsing with what Sarah could only describe as bittersweet pride. "You have done what was necessary, Cosmic Guardian. The multiverse endures, though changed, and with change comes new possibility." As the dust of creation settled, Sarah became aware of a new sensation, a vast collective consciousness brushing against the edges of her perception. The civilizations that had aided in the defense against the chronivores were reaching out, seeking guidance and unity in the face of a transformed cosmic order. "They're looking to you, Sarah," Zara said softly, materializing beside her. "In saving existence, you've become a beacon of hope for countless beings across the multiverse. What will you do now?" Sarah gazed out at the reshaped cosmos, feeling the weight of infinite possibilities pressing down upon her. She had started this journey as a simple scientist from Earth, and now she stood as a guardian of reality itself. The challenges ahead were immense, but so too was the potential for growth and discovery. With a smile that contained the wisdom of eons, Sarah turned to Zara. Now we build something new, a cosmic community that transcends the boundaries of space, time, and dimension. Will you help me?" Zara's form shimmered with excitement and anticipation. "Always, my friend. Our greatest adventure is just beginning." As Sarah and Zara set out across the vastness of the renewed multiverse, the echoes of their epic battle against the chronivores rippled through reality. On countless worlds, in infinite timelines, beings of all forms and natures looked to the stars with newfound wonder and hope. For in the wake of near annihilation, a new age of cosmic enlightenment was dawning, and at its heart stood Sarah Chen, no longer just a woman, but a legend whose name would be whispered across the tapestry of existence for all eternity. The cosmos itself seemed to hold its breath, waiting to see what marvels this unlikely hero from Earth would unveil next in the grand, endless dance of creation, the Nexus Imperative. The multiverse pulsed with newfound vitality as Sarah Chen, Cosmic Guardian, and her ethereal companion, Zara, traversed the quantum landscape. Their mission to forge a unified cosmic community had begun, but the challenges that lay ahead were as vast as the cosmos itself. As they approached a cluster of fledgling civilizations on the outer rim of reality, a distress signal pierced through the quantum foam, its source a dying star system on the brink of collapse. "Sarah, look," Zara exclaimed, her form shimmering with urgency. "The Helios Nexus, it's destabilizing." Sarah focused her cosmic awareness on the troubled system. The Helios Nexus was a crucial junction in the multiverse, a crossroads of timelines and dimensions. Its collapse could trigger a cascading failure across countless realities. "We need to act fast," Sarah declared, her voice resonating with determination. "But this isn't just about preventing a catastrophe. It's an opportunity to show these young civilizations the power of unity." With a thought, Sarah broadcast a call to action across the quantum frequencies. In moments, representatives from 1,000 worlds materialized around them, their forms as diverse as the cosmos itself. "Beings of the multiverse," Sarah addressed them, her words transcending language barriers. "Before us lies a crisis, but also a chance to forge bonds that will echo through eternity. Will you join us in saving the Helios Nexus?" A chorus of affirmations rang out, and Sarah felt a surge of hope. This was the beginning of something truly extraordinary. As they approached the dying star system, the full scope of the crisis became apparent. The central star, a massive blue hypergent, was undergoing a catastrophic collapse, its gravitational pull threatening to tear apart the fabric of space-time itself. "We need to stabilize a star's core," Sarah announced, her mind racing with calculations. "But we'll also need to reinforce the quantum structure of this entire region of space." Zara nodded, her form pulsing with nervous energy. "The Chromon technology of my people might help, but we've never attempted anything on this scale before." Sarah smiled, a glint of determination in her eyes. "Then we'll just have to improvise. Humanity's greatest strength has always been our ability to adapt and overcome impossible odds." As the assembled beings watched in awe, Sarah began to weave an intricate web of quantum filaments around the dying star. She drew upon the knowledge of 1,000 civilizations, combining technologies and theories in ways never before imagined. Zara and the other advanced beings joined in, each contributing their unique abilities to the cosmic endeavor. Swarms of nanobots reshaped matter at the subatomic level, while psionically gifted species projected fields of pure thought to shore up weakening dimensional boundaries. But even as they worked, the situation grew dire. The star's core began to collapse faster than anticipated, sending shockwaves of destructive energy rippling across the cosmos. "It's not enough," Zara cried out, her form flickering as she strained to maintain the quantum barriers. "The dimensional stress is too great." Sarah's mind raced, searching for a solution. Suddenly, she remembered something from her early days of training with the architects, a theoretical concept so wild it had never been attempted. "Everyone, listen carefully," Sarah commanded, her voice cutting through the chaos. "We're going to create a temporal feedback loop, using the star's own energy to stabilize itself across multiple timelines simultaneously." The assembled beings looked at her in shock and confusion, but Sarah's unwavering confidence inspired them to action. Following her intricate instructions, they began to reconfigure their efforts, bending time and space in ways that defied conventional physics. As the star reached the point of no return, Sarah unleashed the full extent of her cosmic powers. She reached across dimensions, pulling together fragments of the star from countless alternate realities. The fabric of spacetime groaned under the strain, but slowly, impossibly, the star began to stabilize. A blinding flash of light engulfed the entire system, forcing everyone to shield their senses. When it faded, the star pulsed with renewed vigor, its azure light bathing the assembled beings in a gentle glow. But something else had changed. Where once there had been empty space, a massive structure now orbited the reborn star, a space station unlike any ever seen, its architecture a seamless blend of technologies from across the multiverse. "Behold," Sarah said, her voice filled with wonder, "the Nexus Citadel. Born from our combined efforts, it will stand as a symbol of what we can achieve when we work together across the boundaries of space, time, and species." The assembled beings erupted in celebration, their joy resonating across the quantum frequencies. In that moment, Sarah knew they had achieved something far greater than just saving a star system. They had laid the foundation for a true cosmic community. As the festivities continued around them, Zara approached Sarah, her expression a mixture of awe and concern. "You've done the impossible, my friend, but I sense this is just the beginning of a much larger challenge." Sarah nodded, her gaze fixed on the swirling galaxies beyond. "The multiverse is still healing from the chronivore invasion. There are cracks in reality, wounds in the cosmic tapestry that need mending. And I fear there may be other threats lurking in the shadows between dimensions. Then we'll face them together," Zara declared, placing a hand on Sarah's shoulder. "You've shown us what's possible when we unite. Whatever comes next, the multiverse will stand as one." As if in response to Zara's words, a tremor passed through the quantum field. Sarah's enhanced senses picked up a disturbance, faint but growing stronger, a rhythmic pulsing that seemed to echo from the very edge of existence. "Do you feel that?" Sarah asked, her brow furrowed in concentration. Zara nodded, her form shimmering with unease. "It's like a heartbeat, but not like any living thing I've ever encountered." Sarah's mind raced with possibilities, each more staggering than the last. Whatever was causing this phenomenon, she knew it would change everything they thought they understood about the nature of reality itself. "Gather the council," Sarah said, her voice filled with resolve. "Our next great adventure is about to begin." As the newly formed Cosmic Council convened within the Nexus Citadel, Sarah Chen stood at its center, no longer just a human explorer, but a beacon of hope for all sentient life. The multiverse held its breath, waiting to see what wonders and terrors would be unveiled in the next chapter of this cosmic saga. Little did they know, forces beyond even Sarah's comprehension were stirring in the spaces between realities. The true test of their newfound unity was yet to come, and the fate of all existence would hang in the balance. The multiversal resonance. The Nexus Citadel hummed with anticipation as Sarah Chen addressed the newly formed Cosmic Council. Representatives from across the multiverse gazed at her with a mixture of awe and trepidation, their diverse forms a testament to the infinite variety of life. "Esteemed members of the Council," Sarah began, her voice resonating with cosmic authority, "we stand at the precipice of a discovery that may reshape our understanding of existence itself." With a gesture, Sarah conjured a holographic display of the multiverse, intricate webs of reality pulsing with energy. At the fringes, a rhythmic disturbance rippled through the quantum foam. "This anomaly," Sarah continued, "appears to be a form of multiversal resonance. Its source lies beyond the boundaries of known reality." Murmurs of excitement and fear rippled through the assembly. Zara stepped forward, her ethereal form shimmering with concern. "Could it be another invasion?" she asked, memories of the Chronivore crisis still fresh. Sarah shook her head. "No, this is different. It feels alive, sentient even, but on a scale we can scarcely comprehend." Suddenly, the holographic display flickered violently. The pulsing at the edge of reality intensified, sending shockwaves through the cosmic tapestry. Cracks began to form in the fabric of space-time itself. "By the quantum leviathan," Zara gasped, "it's breaking through." As the council watched in stunned silence, a massive form began to materialize in the void between universes. It defied description, a being of pure cosmic energy, its body a swirling maelstrom of stars and galaxies. Each pulse of its ethereal heart sent ripples of creation and destruction cascading through reality. "Greetings, children of the cosmos," a voice boomed, not through sound, but through the very fabric of existence. "I am Infinitum, the cosmic oversoul." Sarah stepped forward, her mind reeling but her voice steady. "We welcome you, Infinitum. I am Sarah Chen, guardian of the multiversal nexus. May I ask your purpose here?" "The balance is delicate," Infinitum continued. "Your actions to save your local multiverse were noble, but they have created ripples that threaten the greater cosmic ecosystem." Sarah's mind raced, processing information on a scale she had never imagined possible. "What can we do?" she asked, her voice a mixture of determination and humility. Infinitum's form coalesced into a more focused shape, resembling a face of galactic proportions. "You must become more than guardians of a single multiverse. You must learn to nurture the very soil of creation itself." With a gesture that transcended physical movement, Infinitum bestowed upon Sarah and the Council a fragment of its cosmic awareness. In an instant, they understood the true nature of reality, a grand, eternal dance of creation and destruction, each feeding into the other in perfect harmony. "The cosmic fertilization," Zara whispered in awe, grasping the concept immediately. "We must seed dying realities with the essence of thriving ones, ensuring the continuation of the great cycle." Sarah nodded, her mind expanding to encompass this new cosmic responsibility. "But how can we traverse the spaces between multiverses? Even our most advanced quantum technology can't breach those boundaries." Infinitum's form pulsed with what might have been approval. "You've already taken the first step, Sarah Chen. The Nexus Citadel is more than a space station. It is a seed of a new type of reality, one that can exist in the spaces between universes." Understanding dawned on Sarah's face. We'll evolve it into a vessel, a ship capable of sailing the cosmic ocean between realities. Precisely, Infinitum's voice boomed. But be warned, there are other forces at work in the omniverse. Ancient beings who see the cosmic cycle as a thing to be controlled or exploited. They will not take kindly to your interference. As if on cue, a distant roar echoed through the fabric of spacetime. On the fringes of their expanded awareness, Sarah and the Council sensed a looming darkness, a hungry void that devoured entire realities. The entropy swarm, Infinitum intoned gravely. A collective consciousness born from the death throes of countless universes. They seek to accelerate the heat death of all existence, believing that only in absolute entropy can true peace be found. Sarah's resolve hardened, her eyes blazing with cosmic fire. "We'll stop them," she declared. "We'll nurture new realities, bridge the gaps between dying universes, and ensure that the great dance of creation continues." Infinitum's form began to fade, its purpose fulfilled. "The fate of the Omniverse rests in your hands, Sarah Chen and the Cosmic Council. May your wisdom match your power." As Infinitum vanished, the Nexus Citadel shuddered, its very structure beginning to transform. Walls became permeable membranes, able to slip between the cracks of reality. Energy cores evolved into multiversal engines, capable of harnessing the power of collapsing dimensions. Sarah turned to the assembled council, her eyes gleaming with the light of newborn stars. "My friends, we embark on our greatest journey yet. No longer are we mere guardians of a single multiverse. We are now the caretakers of existence itself." Zora stepped forward, her form radiating with newfound purpose. "The astral arc," she said, gesturing to the evolving citadel. "A fitting name for our vessel, don't you think?" Sarah smiled, feeling the weight and wonder of their new mission. "Indeed. Now, let's set sail across the cosmic sea. We have universes to save, realities to seed, and an entropy swarm to stop." As the newly christened Astral Ark prepared to embark on its maiden voyage, Sarah Chen stood at its helm, no longer just a human, no longer just a cosmic guardian, but a nurturing force for all of creation. The Omniverse itself seemed to hold its breath, watching as this impossible crew of multiversal explorers set out to ensure the eternal dance of existence continued. New chapters in the cosmic story were about to unfold, each more wondrous and perilous than the last. And at the heart of it all stood Sarah Chen, once a simple scientist from Earth, now the shepherd of realities, ready to face whatever challenges the infinite expanse of creation might throw her way. The greatest adventure in the history of existence had only just begun.